Are you a parent of a pet or a child that has anxiety or nervousness and you don't really know why? Well, guess what? We think we can help today using the emotion code. Hello, everybody. My name is Michael Loche, and welcome to this 4-week series on anxiousness about anything and everything. And to date, we've helped a number of people live here on the Emotion Code Bro Show for the last 3 Saturdays. But today, a little twist. We want to help you with your children. They don't need to be present, but you or the dad do, or the parents, and we will connect with your child via you, find out what the source, John, cue the sources, please. We'll find out what the source of their anxiety is, and on your behalf, we'll delete it for them. Good morning, everybody. My name is Michael Loche. I'm a certified emotion code practitioner. Every Saturday, we are on episode 207. That's right. We've been here for 207 Saturdays. You can find us on our podcast and we're on YouTube and also on our website. You can check out all the past episodes. We normally do different subjects every week, but you know what? This was a big one, so we're back doing it again today, and I'm with him. John, good morning.
Good morning. Yes, my name's John Inverarity, certified emotion code, body code practitioner. I live in Vancouver, help people all over the world with various ailments, aches, pains, mental health concerns, and today we're obviously doing anxiousness. It's really, really popular topic. I think this is the 3rd time we're doing it in a row here. And like Michael said, we're going to do it a little bit differently today, looking for kids, pets with anxiousness. Yeah,
and if you're just new to us and you don't even know what we're talking about, that's okay. We will explain the process, particularly what does it mean to connect with your child. So I'm going to give you my cartoon interpretation of that so you can kind of get your head around it. In the meantime, John, we've worked with some people in the past. If you're watching and get an opportunity to give us an update, and let us know. So John and I are both certified emotion code practitioners with Dr. Bradley Nelson, who wrote the book in this process called The Emotion Code. And what we're able to do is we're able to become your proxy. John, what does that mean in this world?
Yeah, so as a practitioner, we'll connect up to you. So there's a distance in between us, but just pretend that we're connected like a little, a line between us or a cord. Yeah. And we act on your behalf. So you don't need to, figure it out. We as a practitioner, we connect up to you. We do all the work.
That's right. It's almost like if your computer had a bug in it and you let somebody dial in, everyone says we're all connected. Here's my interpretation. We're all connectable. In other words, I could go to John's house and I could say, oh, John, I see that you have Wi-Fi. It's connectable, but it's not connected until what, John?
Permission is given. So if you're volunteering today, you give us permission, or your kids, that's implied permission. If you book a session with us, that's permission. So in other words, we won't work with someone, limping down the road because we think we can help them.
Or our neighbors or our family members.
Yeah.
So we are going to tap into your subconscious mind because we can connect. You gave us the password to go into your computer. We're going to use this chart, emotion code chart. John, what is a trapped emotion, please?
Yeah, so trapped emotion is it's a little ball of energy about the size of your fist, and what it is an unprocessed emotion from a past negative event. And so something you didn't sort of like get over, something that went on inside of you when something bad happened out in the world, right? So you sort of took that on, felt it, and held on to it, didn't release it. So there's 60 trapped emotions on the emotion code chart, come in 2 columns and 6 rows, which makes it really, really easy to break it down into boxes of 5 and then narrow it down to the one trapped emotion.
Well, John, I want to share an experience that I had this week with the client when I was doing some emotion code work, and then I found the emotion of humiliation, and then I told her what the date was. When we were done, she said, "Oh, I know exactly that event." You know what she said? "I didn't tell anyone." So in other words, she had the emotion of humiliation, which is baseball-sized energy, and it never processed. So people say, well, what does that mean? Well, she could have told somebody or went to therapy or screamed or yelled or broke dishes or whatever. In other words, process the emotion. It's okay to get ticked off and angry and break dishes. And that, because you ever notice when that's done, John, what do we say?
Yeah, feel better.
In other words, you process that that negative energy. So I'm giving you permission to get ticked off and get angry and break dishes whenever you have a negative emotion, but do it B. What's the B, John? How long?
Yeah, briefly.
Yeah, do it briefly. Have your little snit fit, process the emotion briefly, because that trapped emotion is a ball of energy. And she said she gets humiliated a lot. It's like a pimple that never been busted until this comes out, John. So John and I today, we're going to talk to your subconscious mind that knows everything, or through your children, or via you with your children. We're going to scan this chart using muscle testing. And then when we find it, John, then what?
We're going to release it or clear it, delete it with a magnet. And we take a magnet over the governing meridian. So it goes like this. You'll see us doing this a little bit. And the whole process finds that little ball of energy, surfaces it, and the magnet sort of just clears it out, gets rid of it.
Yeah, the magnet's stronger than the emotion. So, John, we're going to say good morning to a couple of friends. We're going to ask people if there's a volunteer, if you're a mom or a dad, and you think one of your kids might have a little of anxiety about maybe having friendships or going to school, or you know what it is. We'd love to help you. It'll only take a couple of minutes. You just need to tell us in the chat. But first, John, let's say good morning to...
Hey, Natasha Paula Samuel. She's here, says hello.
Hey, Natasha. And Cheryl Hobbs is on YouTube from Crane Lake, Alberta. So good morning, Natasha, Cheryl. Hey, if you're watching, let us know. Say hello. If you'd like to volunteer, we would like to help you or your children. We'd really like to demonstrate today working with your children, because as soon as we say that, the guardian or parent will say, oh, but they'll never sit for this. They're just too restless. And it's like, oh no, we don't even want them to be present. They don't need to be present. So they could be playing in the other room or even sleeping. And with your permission, we can connect to their subconscious mind that knows everything, scan it, ask a question, and delete the emotion causing the problem. So let us know if we're going to help you with that.
Yeah, absolutely. It works really, really well for kids. So again, if you're watching live, say hello. Let us know where you're watching from. And again, looking for volunteers.
Yes. Well, John, we are on episode number 200. There's a number 207. And we've covered everything from our fun food deletion shows to our aches and pain shows to our seasonal allergy shows. We are taking August off. That means we'll be off for 4 weeks. So there'll be episode 207, 208, 209. We take 4 weeks off. We're coming back in September. And over the holiday, we'll be coming up with some new ideas. You know, it's endless, the things that we can work with. And when we have a client, we're thinking, hey, I think that would make a good show topic. So stay tuned with us in the next couple of weeks. We're going to continue on with this this symptom here, anxiousness, provided we get some volunteers today. Hey, while I'm doing that, John, remind people what they need to do to volunteer, please.
So be watching live and just comment right now if you're watching live on Facebook or YouTube, and just a little bit of context. So what ideally would be with your child, but if we're not finding anyone, if a child to work with, then it'll be you or a pet even. And so, yeah, just a little bit of context of, you know, what's going on, if there's like certain triggers, situational things that trigger anxiousness. It's simple as that.
Yeah, the more you tell us, the less we'll have to ask questions back and forth, and we can look after this quickly. Well, first, John, while we're waiting for a volunteer, I'm just going to remind all certified emotion code and body code practitioners, 5 days a week, I have a time slot on my calendar that I meet with certified emotion code, body code practitioners that want to take the next step to grow their business or start their business. I've mentored over 45 practitioners to date, helping them build successful practices, learning how to set up the meeting, everything from the calendar to customer care, everything that you need to do to build an awesome practice. The link just appeared on the right-hand side. Again, if you're certified with Dr. Brad, your next step is to build the business. That's where I come in. Book your 20-minute session, and I promise you, you will leave with the next steps, because that's what we all need. We need that plan. Here's the next step. Here's the next step. I know there's a bigger picture, but what do I need to do to get there? I'm going to tell you that in a 20-minute session, give you some direction. And I'd be remiss if I didn't invite you to join my Business Growth Club. It's only $99 a month. And it comes with a weekly Zoom meeting where I meet with all the practitioners that join, give them mini coaching sessions and emotion coach sessions when I hear there's something blocking, stopping them from moving forward. So please consider joining that as well. If you're a practitioner, I'm going to put the link to that in the left-hand and there again, and join my Business Growth Club. Okay, John, that was it. Let's get back to some of our comments here. We have, oh, I guess it's me that's leaving all those comments.
There's a couple more people joined us here, I see. Permelia's here, says, good morning, bros. Happy to be watching from beautiful sunny Parksville. Well, it's raining here in Vancouver, so lucky you.
That's cool. And I'm not even far, and it's sunny in Victoria.
Yeah.
There's no rain. But you're surrounded by mountains, so it gets stuck in there. Okay, who's farther? It would be Heather Fisher from Labrador. That's on the farthest eastern part of Canada, so we're welcome to have her join us. Good. Anybody else watching live? If you or somebody in your family, like your children, having anxiousness about anything and everything, we'd really like to help. We're 11 minutes in. It won't take us long, but we're looking for you to volunteer, or it could be you too. We'll loosen up the reins. It could be you or your children that are experiencing that, and let us know.
Absolutely. And hey, if we worked on you previously on something, give us an update of what it was and how things are going.
Yeah. And if you have an idea for a show topic for next week, because this one's not flying too well today, listen, I'm not trying to say it. We will shift gears for next week. Cheryl Jones from San Antonio, Texas. Hey, Cheryl, welcome.
Hey, Cheryl.
Good. Angela Sue Kingenberg. Hi, guys. And Heather's tagging her friend Debbie Hudson in. So
there's
welcome.
A good idea. Yeah. Tag friends that you think could benefit. Tiffany Smith's here from Atlanta.
Hey, Tiffany Smith, welcome. Thanks for saying hello, everybody. We got Tiffany. Heather Fisher's tagging one of her friends in. Angela saying, hi, guys. Cheryl Jones. Okay, now that we've got you in the, now you're all at the walk-in clinic. Hey, hello, you didn't have to walk anywhere. And now they're like in the lobby, right? They're all in the lobby. They're all in the waiting room. Who is going to come up to the desk and say, I'd like to have an appointment, please? And what that means is you just need to let us know in the chat and any anxiety that you're feeling, and we'll help you with that. Okay, John, here's our friend Cheryl.
Okay, good. So here, yeah, we'll work with Cheryl today. Cheryl is volunteering with the recent passing of my husband. Sorry to hear this, Cheryl. I have an overwhelming anxiety in dealing with the paperwork. Definitely. I'll work with Cheryl.
Okay, great.
And okay, Cheryl Hobbs.
Okay, you can work with Cheryl Hobbs, and I'm going to work with Cheryl Jones, and I'll wait till you're finished just in case you see another Cheryl there. Don't mix and match.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so yeah, how this works is I'm going to set the intention to connect up to Cheryl Hobbs and just do that right now. So tuning in, connecting up, and I'm muscle testing with my hands. They're just kind of looks like this. So tune in, connect up. So I am muscle testing for Cheryl Hobbs now. Yeah. Okay, so there is overwhelming anxiety dealing with paperwork. Severity 10, 9, 8. I got an 8. Is it any less? No. Is it more sometimes? Maybe it's more sometimes. But is there a trapped emotion we can identify and release and clear to reduce, eliminate this anxiousness when dealing with paperwork here? Yes. Okay, so column A? Yes. Column B? No. So A odd? Even. So it's A even. So 2, 4, or 6. So muscle testing here. Going through the list. It's an A4. Guilt. So the first emotion is guilt. Okay, need to know more. Don't need to know more. So I've got just a little refrigerator magnet here. Release guilt. Okay, let's release. Yeah, so there's another trapped emotion. Overwhelming and anxiety, dealing with paperwork. There's another trapped emotion associated with these thoughts, these feelings. Yeah. Be odd, be even. So it's down to B6. Shock, need to know more. No. So let's clear shock. It's released. Yeah. Good. Is there another trapped emotion here? Yeah. Column A. Yeah. Be odd. Yeah. Even. No. So 1. B3. So it's B3. First one. Second one. So rejection. Yeah. Need to know more. No. It's clear rejection. Okay, that's released. Yeah. Is there another trapped emotion? Can identify and clear right now? Yeah. So is it hopeless? So I'm asking questions in my head. Yeah, got hopeless.
Yeah, it's not surprising you can't see that. He's asking questions, scanning the chart.
That's cleared. No, release hopelessness. Okay, that's released. Yeah. Is there another trapped emotion? No. Keep going here, Cheryl. Hobbs. No. Okay, so that's interesting. So I thought there would be, the emotion of overwhelm or anxiety, but it wasn't. So it was just like a collection of other things like that: rejection, guilt, hopeless, shock. That you combine all that, and it's gonna stir up some stuff. And obviously, there's a lot happening here with Cheryl. So
it's a good reminder for practitioners when your client says they're having anxiety. It's kind of an umbrella word. So I don't search for anxiety. Sometimes I'll say, what's causing this sensation that I'm calling anxiety? Not that they not have the right word, but in just what you said, it's not really anxiety. It's this, and this that feels like anxiety or generating that. So,
yeah, it's kind of like the word stress almost, right? Too.
Yeah.
It's like, it's just a collection of a lot of things happening in your life, right? So hopefully that helps, Cheryl, help you move forward in this difficult time.
That's right. If you have any sensations during that, let us know again. So, again, John and I want to demonstrate that we can work with you at a distance. We're on the west coast of Canada. I live on Gilligan's Island. No one lives here. So we're working with people. I have completed 2 sessions while John was doing his. And the reason why I could do it faster because I didn't have to talk about it, right? Yeah. John was demonstrating and narrating, so it slows the process down. But Cheryl Jones, I'm going to put her... So Cheryl Jones is saying, I'm anxious, stepping into a higher level of business success. And she indeed was anxious, and the severity was a 9. So I used the emotion code chart like John was doing. I muscle tested. And here's the 2 emotions that were causing her to have anxiety to step into the future. The good old anxiety and my classic all-time favorite, creative insecurity. So creative insecurity, it's an energy that arises, or it's an energy that happens or that pops up as soon as you want to expand or do something new or develop something. Boom. And it's the energy of insecurity, and it blocks your creativeness, it blocks your insecurity. You don't want to get it wrong. So, Cheryl, you can hold your head up high, and you can get your flip charts and your crayons and your yellow stickies, because you can be planning your next steps in your business. I did it in under a minute. By the way, John and I have packages. When you hire us, make sure you look at our shopping list or the menu, because we're fast, and what we did today wouldn't take 25 minutes. We come with the list. Okay, who else did I help here? Tiffany Smith. Tiffany Smith, she says, I'm learning Spanish at age 39. I'm anxious to speak with natives. I know what to say, but I freeze up. And she indeed freeze up. She was frozen at a 10 about doing this. And she had 2 emotions that were causing this, and I deleted them. One of them was fear, and the other one was terror. They're not good. It's not salt and pepper. Let's just say that, okay? So imagine having those 2 big balls of unprocessed emotion that rise, if we can use that cartoon word, that surface or rise when you go to do. You know why? Because they're still there. It's an old event that you have. But guess what? Hashtag bye-bye. They've been deleted. So stay in touch with us, Cheryl, and Tiffany.
Yeah.
Cheryl's saying creative insecurity makes sense, so she knows about that emotion. And Donna Flynn sees other kinds of anxiety, the body image anxiety. You know what emotion's really good for that is self-abuse. Because for me, I never liked my body and I would beat myself up and blah, blah, blah. And then I thought it was anxiety, and then I said, no, it was self-abuse. And I didn't like that word, right? Because it sounds like you're picking yourself with needles, right? And I thought, ooh, I don't do that. And then I read the definition. It's abusing yourself with words.
Yeah.
Beating yourself or beating yourself up or I'm not good enough. And boy, a little session on that emotion alone. And now I'm still the same size, but I don't have that negative self-talk anymore about it. So that would be a good one for you, Donna Flynn. So, John, let's just recap what we did, what John and I do. Well, we want to do this on your behalf. It's what we do. We're skilled. We've got lots of clients and lots of experience behind us. We know how to get to the root of the problem fast because of how long we've been in business, our intuition. We can be your proxy. You don't need to figure out how to do it. You would come to us with the problems, the symptoms, and we don't need the story. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't it be nice to go to somebody and tell them why you got a sore arm without saying, okay, when I was 7, I know, la, 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 la. I don't need to know when you were 17. I would never do that. Hashtag I would just a little bit. Because we want to get right to work. So, because the subconscious mind, John, can you just talk to a minute about the subconscious mind and how it's so helpful for us?
The supercomputer of the subconscious mind, it knows everything that we've done, and it knows what the problem is, right? So it's brilliant. We connect up. We're actually asking your subconscious mind, these yes/no questions to find out what it is, and that's creating these problems, right? So we're not guessing, right? Your subconscious knows. It's documented everything that you've done in your life, and it's the most powerful computer on in the known universe, right? So we're brilliant beings, and the subconscious is very underutilized.
Well, sometimes it loves a good math question. Sometimes my questions, if this is a yes or no question, I'll say, out of the 28% difference between where I want to be and where I am in this area, what is the percent? And I'm just complicating, and the answer will be 2. And I thought, how smart is that supercomputer? Mm-hmm. I've even done this. The last 100 times that I look for it, choose Diet Pepsi, Diet Coke, I saw it, I bought it. The last 100 times, I'd like to collect every emotion that ever caused it. How many? Boom, boom, boom. It knows that. What a big computer that is. And John and I can access it with yes or no questions. We can't say, what's my favorite color? But we can say, is it blue, green, yellow, black, white, purple, whatever. That's how we work. Okay, Tiffany is giving me a little update here. She said, I feel warm and I can't stop smiling. Thank you. I'll keep you updated.
Brilliant.
Imagine that, Tiffany, being able to just kind of step forward and move forward and have a good voice.
Yeah. Yeah. A few more comments here. Yeah. Cheryl Hobbs saying, thank you, John. I'll let you know how it goes. Thank you. Yeah. Come back next week. Let us know. Magda is here, says hi. And Kim is volunteering, but we found our volunteers today, Kim. So yeah, thanks for posting my website. I'm Michael there. I'm at aliveandpeer.com. Michael has already posted his website, and he will again. But yeah, he's at michaellozier.com. And we are available to help you in one-on-one sessions. So we have online scheduling on our website. So you can open that up, pick your day, your time, you set your time zone, book a session. We'll send you confirmation email. And like Michael mentioned before, the list, the menu, session building plan, you can go through that just to add a few things. Just in case if you only have one or two things, you can send us multiple things. We usually recommend a package to start. That way we can meet, a second, a third time to have that follow-up session, just to, make sure we're doing our due diligence. So that's
imagine booking an appointment knowing at 3:00 that someone's going to be working on some aches and pains that you have unless it gets better. And you don't need to go anywhere. It's like, oh, I got to drive there, get him. Like, no. You could be sitting and thinking, I got an appointment today to get this pain in my back ideally deleted and mostly removed. It's a walk-in clinic and you don't need to walk anywhere. It's easy breezy. Thanks for joining us today, everybody. Again, we're on episode, I lost it, I think 207. Next week, we want to repeat the theme. So if we didn't get to you today, come back. Our job here is to expose the workings of the emotion code. You know, it's so unknown right now in the world, but more and more, you know, Dr. Brad's book's doing well. More and more practitioners are coming on board, but it could be a while before it spills out into the world and gets to the people that need it, people like you. So our first goal is to let people know about the emotion code. Secondly is to let you know our talent and what we can do. And thirdly is to become your practitioner when it comes time for you to have work. And John and I would love to work with you. Okay. Okay, yeah, Cheryl, it's too early. It's only been a minute, but I get it. You know, anything. Go look up. Go open the door, Cheryl. Something's in the driveway for you right now. Just pulled up.
Keep you posted. She says, I don't feel like anything is in my way. So that sounds like something
I
in there.
read that. I'm glad you reread that. Okay, good. The path has been cleared.
Yeah.
Go open the door and let some energy in. The new vibe.
Oh, how about there's a little lesson on don't not know in there.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe that's why I read it.
Yeah.
Reminder, John and I send an email Friday night or Friday morning and about 40 minutes before the show. MichaelLogier.com, Emotion Code Bros. We'll get you on the email list. We'll let you know what the topic is. And if you're a practitioner, it's worthy to sign up because I also have other free courses that I do for practitioners that you may be interested in. John, we did it. We helped 3 people today. We explained the emotion code. We gave a session. And the best case scenario is that we'll hear from them next Saturday, same time, with an update and find out how they are running their great lives now. John, let's say goodbye to our friends. See you later, everybody.
Thanks, everyone. Have a great week.